and welcome back to the Sports Bar. I'm MJ.
I'm Ji Hae.
Here combining our two favoriteest things,
sports and drinking.
Cheers.
Cheers. Today's topic is kind of a Scotch kind of topic. So I'm actually drinking bourbon because I can't do that peatiness shit. I'm drinking Basil Hayden on the rocks. No promo for that, by the way, because I actually just like it.
I love the Glenlivet, and actually they follow me on Twitter, which makes me really happy inside.
Fancy.
I know, it's the best thing that ever happened to me, just about. But yes, I love me some Glenlivet. And so we're talking about, in relation sort of to the movie that was just released by HBO, Paterno. Ji Hae has had a chance to watch it. I haven't, but we are all very familiar with the just ridiculous rocking scandal and all of the horrible allegations and crimes committed.
Well, so these aren't just allegations, though.
I was gonna say, yeah, they've moved,
Sandusky. It's, I mean, the man's in prison now, and rightfully so,
Forever.
man.
Yeah.
Anybody that takes advantage of children that
I'm surprised
like,
he's
is
still alive.
oh,
Dude,
dude,
killed him yet.
I'm seriously, I'm waiting for like Shawshank Redemption shit to finally fucking happen and for that man to be dead.
That's one where I think even the guards are like, what's that spider? Where? Oh, better go. I think I
heard a noise. Yeah. I heard the warden calling me. I gotta go. Yeah.
Right? Here's my keys.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Exactly. And so, but with that, the movie was awesome. Yeah. I made my boyfriend watch it. He did not want to watch it. And again, rightfully so, because it is a very tragic story. It is not something to be taken lightly. It is not a story that is comforting and warming to the heart whatsoever. This, however, did shed more light on Joe Pa's story and his family's story, that end to it, because I think, to be honest with you, Sandusky ain't given up the rights to anything that he possibly did.
No, for sure.
When it comes to this horrible, horrible story. It sucks too, because Joe Pa did try to, in the movie, I don't know about, Hollywood takes liberties, yada yada, but like in the movie, he was just so, De Niro was great, and he did such an amazing job where he was like, I just wanted my name, I worked so hard for this, and he valued education, he valued, the whole entire saying was, he was bringing men and education and making boys into men and valuing their education. He had an 85% graduation rate for the football program, which is phenomenally outstanding. Absolutely. You don't really get that, in college sports, period. Education's the last thing on these coaches' minds. Rightfully so. They're there to win championships and make money. So I get it. But Joe Pa actually valued these guys, and he actually wanted them to succeed beyond the football field. That being said, though, you can't turn a blind eye. I don't care how old you are, Joe Pa, or how rest in peace. I don't care how old you are to that effect. You still know what's going on in your program.
And turning boys into men, and so this is, I think, where Joe Paterno, it's like there's an amount of sympathy and empathy there, because I get it, he was thinking bigger picture, greater good, but unfortunately, when it comes to things that are so traumatic and so ugly and evil, turning boys into men isn't gonna do anything if someone is hurting the boys before they become men.
Or before they even have a chance to become men. Sorry, my butt is itching right now.
It's all good.
Unfiltered part of so it's
ugly, and and I think with all of this, and Robert De Niro is so amazing that I haven't seen it yet. I'm looking forward to it though. Well, looking forward to it the way you look forward to watching Schindler's List. It's unfortunate, and Paterno, he kind of just got a shitty hand dealt, and he didn't handle it the best way he could have. But at the same time, it's he was still a human dealing with really human circumstances.
And the man was 84 years old, people. He was
for a whole son of it.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't. No, for sure. But in the very, very end, when all this shit hit the fan, and they're asking for not only Sandusky's head but Joe Pa's head, he was really fucking old. Should he have he knew about this. It was reported to him, and he said that he gave the information to the correct authorities. But something has to be changed in the NCAA when it comes to this. When it comes to anybody getting abused or sexually assaulted, or all of these horrible things that unfortunately do happen,
there are ugly, evil people in the world. And I think that this all of this happened, and everyone's like, oh, this is so crazy. And I think the saddest part about this whole Sandusky awful thing is that you'd think that at least the happy ending part, because there's no happy ending for the kids who were violated and abused and raped. That's something they will have for the rest of their lives. And so you'd like to think this is one of those where they changed the system. But then what did we just talk about a few months ago is Nassar and all of the hundreds of girls he violated and
the one guy that actually came out.
Which probably means there's more than one man as well. And I understand that there's even additional shame that goes on for men who've experienced sexual assault. And so obviously the system didn't even change. And that's what I think what's the saddest part. And maybe we'll learn our lessons this time, I hope.
I mean, we'll see. Michigan State's going through a shit ton of accusations and legal battles and the like with sexual assault and rapes and all these other things that are happening throughout their athletic programs, which is really tragic and it's horrible. And the people that are coming forward, it's kind of similar to the Sandusky case in the effect of not the actual action but the end result. They're being told, in 1978, Joe Pa was told by a kid who was, I think, maybe in junior high-ish or whatever. 1978, people. We're not talking about currently. This is a grown-ass man now that got assaulted by, or sexually assaulted by, / raped by Sandusky. Came up to Joe Pa and he basically said, this is why I think that he knew everything that was going on in this program, because he came up to Joe Pa and was like, this and this, and he touched me, and blah, blah, and he's like, you don't talk about that way. Mr. Sandusky's a good man. And you're just sitting there going, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
He's a good man. He I'm a child. I'm entrusting you.
I'm not a man.
I'm not a man. I'm not a grown-up. I'm entrusting a grown-up with something that, these people think that, you lied to them, and to their faces say, you're lying, kid. And it's why would I lie about this? This is something that could totally affect me as a person and my growth as a human being. Why would I lie about this? We need to start taking this shit way more seriously than they did back then when they were we're going to believe the adult over the child. They're not acting out.
Right.
This is something that I personally would probably not bring to the forefront, because I'd be scared shitless to bring to the forefront, especially somebody that is so prevalent. And he had a charity where he was able to be surrounded by children. This is not right. This is so wrong.
The ugly, fucked up part right there is all of the times and opportunities he had to just further this. And honestly, this is where I don't really have a lot of empathy or sympathy for Paterno personally, is because you continue to let him work with young kids. Mm-hmm. If he had maybe not pursued legal action, but had said you are no longer allowed around any of these young men and boys, I might be a little more understanding of just not wanting to create. I mean, to call it drama is trivializing, but that idea. But he continued to let him do it, and it's frustrating, and I understand that he is from a different era. But I think right is right and wrong is wrong. Exactly. And this is just wrong. Regardless of what era you grew up in, touching a child is in that inappropriate manner is just wrong. I don't give a shit if you were born in 1930 or if you were born in upcoming 2030. It's wrong. So we wanted to actually tie this also into the Michigan State and what's going to possibly happen to Izzo, what's going to happen to the Michigan State football coach, and what's going to happen to the athletic director as well. A lot more people are coming and saying me too, and saying enough is enough. Time's up. And let's all the hashtags. So all of the hashtags. Hopefully, at this point, there's enough when these allegations now come forward, because of the surrounding movement that is so much bigger now than just a single rape or a single assault or a single case of cover-up. Hopefully, with all of the momentum, we will finally start to have a happier ending to this, where there's actual change in the system.
I mean, it's always great to hope. I don't know if it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to really truly come to fruition.
But
we'll still be following. We'll still be following up on this story on a consistent basis, because this does affect, not only us. It affects just I pretty much think everybody, and it's something that needs to be talked about and needs to be said.
Absolutely,
for sure. So hence the reason for the scotch / bourbon.
Thanks for watching. MJ,
Ji Hae, the sports bar in downtown Manhattan Beach at the downstairs bar.
Down.
Our fearless leader, Dave, letting us letting us use this amazing
delightful set, a functioning set. And to that, here's to hope and change, maybe? We'll see.
More change than just hoping for the change.
Yeah, we would like to stop with the hoping and just start
changing.
We'd like to know that there's change.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Watch our other episodes.
Follow all that other social media garb that we need to say. All of the hashtags. All of the things, people. All of the things. All of the scotch.
Yeah. Oh.